So what we are looking into population growth and economic development in India. This particular presentation is having information about population, then world population, causes of rapid population growth and economic development, what remedies could be used or implemented for population explosion, and what is population policy in India. So, in brief introduction, what we can say that entire world's problem is overpopulation, and it is the problem of majority underdeveloped countries and developing countries in specifically Asian continent, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, Indonesia do have population average above the entire world. In fact, China is in at the number one place when it comes to a whole world's population, but their average is below world population. Average, what it is, that also I will let you know. But India and Nigeria, Pakistan, Indonesia, Bangladesh, they are much above the entire world average. That is around 1.91. Some countries do have 2.7. Likewise, their average is above world average. Now, world population has reached to 7 billion. It is around 700 crore. There will of course be significant increase in the demand of food. On account of increased population, demand for food, water, energy also increases in developing countries, and rapid population growth impedes development. India and many third world countries are now passing through the phase of population explosion. All the third world countries, which are including Nigeria, Tanzania, Sudan, Ethiopia, Kenya, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all these countries do have population explosion. It is being argued that this situation has arisen because the development in these countries has failed to maintain pace with population growth. Maintaining pace with population growth, that way birth rate and mortality rate, when it comes to birth rate, it has increased. But when it comes to death rate, on account of healthcare, advancement in healthcare, death rate has decreased. Now, rapid growth of population causes poverty and proves to be a barrier to development. What is meant by population as a definition? Population of an area is the total number of all individuals alive in a particular point in time. Population of an area is the total number of all individuals alive in a particular point in time. And what is stated here as population explosion? Theory of demographic transition asserts that the population explosion, implying a sudden spurt in the rate of population growth, is a transitory phenomena that occurs in the second stage of demographic transition due to rapid fall in mortality rate without a corresponding fall in the birth rate. This is what happens when mortality rate decreases, but birth rate either is constant what it was in first stage of demographic transition, and it remains or it increases on account of healthcare advancement. Mortality rate has gone down, but birth rate has increased. So that way, population explosion takes place. Birth rate is the total number of births per thousand of a population each year, and mortality rate is the total number of deaths per thousand individuals per year. So these all are concepts of population explosion. Now, stages of demographic transition, as it is stated in population explosion definition, first stage of demographic transition is not much welcome also because it includes birth rate and death rate or mortality rate are equal. Means if number of children having birth per year is per couple 3 or 2. The same way, death rate or mortality rate is also 2 or 3. Both birth rate and death rates are high, hence the population remains more or less stable. Now in second stage, rapid growth of population, because despite a substantial reduction in the mortality rate, there is no correspondent decline in the birth rate. There is no correspondent decline in the birth rate. That is the root cause of population explosion, not even growth. And in third stage, which is experienced by and which is there in all developed country, what it is, birth rate declines significantly, and thus the rate of population growth remains slow. In Russia as a country is having their birth rate in negative. When it comes to a country like Canada, they are welcoming all people, all working professionals throughout the world in their country. Why? Because their average age group people, working population, is much lesser than their senior citizens and children's. So they will be facing big problem in future, and that's the reason they are not having very strict barriers for working population to enter in their country. Now, what is Malthusian views? A scholar for population growth explosion. He is says population tends to increase at a geometric rate. What geometric rate we are talking of? When 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, then that 4 again makes it 4 plus 4, 8. That 8 makes it 8 plus 8, 16. This is geometric rate. When two children or three children are born in a family, once they grow adult, once they become adult, they get married and they are having children. Those three children will have, in that proportion, 9 children. Per couple, 3 children. 3 couples will have 9 children. Again, in the next generation, when these 9 children will grow up, and when they will have children, per couple 2 children, those 9 couples will have 18 children. That way, it is increasing in geometric rate. Food can only increase arithmetically. Arithmetically, how? When food grains total growth, if this financial year it was 100 kg, next financial year at the most it will be 120 kg. Next to next financial year it will be 130 kg or 35 kg, with the total covered fertile land converted unfertile land into fertile land. So that way it is growing arithmetically. Population expands to eat up any surplus and choose moral checks or positive checks. These are Malthusian views. Now, world population, I will expand this graph. If you see 100 crore, 200 crore, 300 crore, up to 1900, from 1750 to 1900, in this 150 year, there was no slight increase in overall world population. It was below 100 crore throughout the world. In 1950, it has increased up to 100 crore. In 2000, its total growth is almost 600 crore. And in 2011, it has reached up to 7.25 or 800 billion. Now in 2050, it is expected it will cross 800 billion mark. This increase, steep increase in the population growth has created very big problem with reference to food, water and other supplies, other basic needed things. So this is what relevant with population growth. How fast population has grown between 1950 to 2000 and 2000 to 2021. So these all factors are very much serious for the entire world, as well as a country like India, who's having the highest population growth till to date. We don't have to compare our population with China. China is having much more land occupied as a country, and their population growth rate, their mortality rate, their per capita income, their gross domestic production, and rest all things are having much advanced status than India. They are included now in developed countries list, which included with America, Japan, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, England, Russia. So that way we have our own problem, which just because we are comparing population of China will not get solved all of a sudden. So this is what world population growth. First billion, first 100 crore were in 1804. Second 100 crore in 1927 after gap of 123 years. Third billion, that is next 100 crore in 1960. Just in 33 years, with 123 year, it came down to 33 year. Another 100 crore in 1974. From 33, it came down to 14 years. 500 crore it became in 1987, 600 crore in 1919, and 700 crore it became in 2011, in span of 12 years. If in a span of 12 or 15 years, the whole world population is increasing by 100 crore mark, then it is very serious. India's comparison with world population growth rates, it is 17.64%, and Nigeria it is 26.84%. When it comes to China, it is 8.43%. So Russian Federation is having its growth in minus 4.29. So these all factors are very much serious for India too. Now population growth rate of selected countries is given here: China, India, USA, Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nigeria, Russian Federation. These all having their growth. Now who are having above 1.25, if we have to say precisely in 2011 statistics: India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Nigeria. World average of population growth with
हेलो, गुड मॉर्निंग सर। आवाज़ येत नाही आहे सर.
Hello students, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now you are audible, sir.
Okay, 1 minute. So you can see the PPT slide.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me make it more higher. Oh, you can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when it comes to our population of country in rural urban percentage, India's rural population now is around 55%, latest updated, and urban population is around 45%. So these all factors states us that we have requirement of development more in rural areas, and reaching up to rural area and implementing plans for development is always a tougher task, because their acceptance and resistance to change, all these factors becomes difficult when it comes to development. These are the few states classification out of 100 percentage wise for population in India, union territories as well as state. The highest percentage of population is for UP, then Maharashtra, then Bihar, then West Bengal. Other states do have contribution in population is 7%, 6% or 5%. It is very much surprising, perhaps you will have laugh also, that our UP as a state is having more population than country Brazil. Maharashtra's population is more than Japan. Bihar's population is more than Mexico. And there are many other states whose population is much more than Germany, Turkey, Iran, England, Italy. So these all factors are big problem or big challenge for development. Population density also is an important it is odds low and poverty and many other social disobedience, civil unrest. So what density of population is the number of persons per square kilometer. With a population density of 382 per square kilometer, India is ranked as most densely populated countries in the world. Now, even though India accounts for 2.4% of surface area, it contributes 17.5% of world population. When it comes to land, how much we have of entire world? 2.4%. When it comes to population, how much we contribute out of 100 of entire world? 17.5. So when we compare or we make ratio of 2.4% with 17.5, it is very much odd, which is extremely large, whereas USA accounting for 7.2% of the Earth's surface. USA is 2.5 times more than India. 2.4%, if you multiply by 3, it comes to 7.2%. Contributes only 4.5% of the world population. America's present population is 35 crore only. What is total population of Maharashtra and UP is equal to America's population. So this is density of population, and top 10 most densely populated states of India, what they are per square kilometer population density. Bihar is at the top with 1102 per square people. West Bengal 1029, Kerala 850. 59 from lowest to the highest. What it was per square kilometer population density in India in 1901 was 77. If we look at 2001 or 2011, it reached to 382. That is almost 5% more than what it was 110 years ago. So requirement of food, water, electric supply, cooking gas, and rest all necessary healthcare, education, transportation, law and order, every other requirement of Indian has increased by 3-4 times than what it was. So when it comes to male-female ratio of India, it is all-time lowest in 1991. It was 927 women per 1,000 men. The gender ratio of India has shown improvement during last 2 decades. Now gender ratio for recent census is 940, which is largely comparable to the best performance. 941 it was in 1961, 50 years back. Now gender ratio has increased now up to 940 from 1991's 927. How we are having calculation of population? Once in a 10-year, most probably in 1900, 1910, 1920, the way 2000, 1990, we start having calculation of population, and by the year 2021 end, we will be having figures in our hand. In this pandemic situation, census work has also hampered. It was difficult for government employees to have calculation of census. So a population census is the process of collecting and disseminating demographic, social, cultural, and economic data to all persons in the country at a particular time in 10 years interval. Calculated on basis of 1901 to 1910, 1911 to 1920. It is a largely regularly occurring an official count of a particular population. So India started its census in British era 1871 onward. Now causes of rapid population growth, high birth and relatively lower death rate, migration of people from one place to another place, and immigration. What is the difference between migration and immigration? I will hide that slide. Can you please answer? Migration means shifting within country. Immigration, what is meant by immigration? You have any idea? Immigration is a person out of the country. Now population growth is equal to rate plus immigration minus mortality plus immigration. The population has rapidly increased mainly due to decline in rate. Birth rate remained high, and when birth rate, which appears to be 1.64% or 1.91%, it is increasing geometrically, which I have told you. Now, predominance of culture. In agrarian society, children never been considered as economic burden. When it comes to agricultural practices, what they feel that more the children, more labor cost will save and will help in agricultural cultivation and other practices. Slow urbanization process and predominance of village population always prefers to have more than 2 children. they don't consider or think of future of their children. That vision or that sight they don't have, because they think of presence only. Now poverty are not, people are not poor because they have large families. Quite the contrary, they have large families because they are poor. What is stated here is very important. People are not poor because they have large families. People are having large families because they are poor. So this is what reason of high birth rate. Now, what social factors included for increase of population? Near universality of marriage present in India by the age of 50. Only 5 out of 1,000 Indian women remain unmarried. Getting married is inevitable part of our culture. When you consider developed countries like America or any other European country, it's not mandatory, and a person is having his full freedom, her full freedom, whether to get married or to remain unmarried. And there is a sizable population of America who prefers to remain unmarried. In India, our cultural forces or factors force us to get married. That means all the people by tradition, the way they are living life for years, the same life in changed lifestyle pattern we are living. When you complete your education, when you become self-supportive, you living in urban area, semi-urban or rural area, you are required to get married. That is what always assumed, perceived by all Indian societies living in different communities, different caste and different religion. Lower age at the time of marriage. India have to make it mandatory for girls to have minimum age of marriage 18 and for boys 21. Otherwise, girls used to get married at the age of 15, 16 and 14 also, when boys were of 20, 21, 25. And by the time they were reaching to the age 20, they used to have 2 or 3 children. So this was having one reason for fast growth of population increase. Religious and social superstition believe that the must have a son, because according to religion certain rites can be performed only by him, none else. This is what importance of having son. Now why population growth is more? Because of this belief, in spite of having 2 or 1 daughter, married couples are having chance for birth of son. So these all factors are increasing population of India. Joint family system. The joint family system induces the young couple to have children, though they may not be in a position to support their family. In joint family, young couples, instead of waiting to be self-supportive, they are forced to have children because other family members are helping them. So these all factors are having, these all social factors are reason for birth. Lack of education. If you see number of children more in a family, their education is much lesser than other people who are having limited children. Unawareness about family planning services. See, during Indira Gandhi's regime, I am talking of decade 1970, almost all rural area of India and especially men were forced to have their family planning operation, and it was done in hundreds and thousands quantity. We should thank that Prime Minister who made it compulsory, and people were hiding in their agricultural fields, crops, but they were forced to and taken away from those places to healthcare center and made to operate by compulsion. That's the reason from that time onward till date, we have 135 crore population. Otherwise, it would have exploded much earlier. Now, social and religious beliefs, especially in relation to contraception and abortion. When it comes to social and religious beliefs, contraception and abortion, when it comes to girl child within Maharashtra, this law of prenatal sex determination, prevention of prenatal sex determination was made compulsory during regime of Mr. Sharad Pawar. Why? Because almost 40 lakh fetus having gender girl was killed before they took birth. So these all things are increasing our population. Reasons for decline in the mortality rate or death rate. Why death rate is decreasing? Elimination of famines. Death rate is decreasing because number of females proposed to ratio wise we have decreased. Control of epidemics and decline in the incidence of malaria and tuberculosis. Our healthcare system has improved. So number of people who used to die in their early young age or in odd age has decreased now. People are getting health benefits, facilities, and their age or their disease is getting cured. So number of people who are remaining alive are more now. Supply of pure drinking water, sanitation and hygiene. Hygienic conditions has increased and prevented many communicable diseases. That's the reason we have more birth rate and less mortality rate. Our nutrition level was low before independence, and we are now growing quite good quantity and quality of crop, which is passed on as part of food, raw material used for food, and nutrition rate has also increased. Our living standard, which was much poorer compared with other developed countries, has increased also. The way we have Udupi restaurant and hotels. In India, we have Cafe Coffee Day, Cafe Barista, McDonald's and Domino's also. People are having 150 rupees coffee just for sake of chatting with friends or sparing using leisure time. So these all factors are important in increase of or decrease of mortality rate. Education, healthcare, and expanded medical facilities are given to citizens of India. Social factors such as conflicts and levels of violent crime has decreased because of people's education. Now, birth rate and death rate of India, how much it is? India's birth rate was 39% per thousand population, and in the same year, death rate was 27%. When we compare 2001-11 birth rate, it was 22% out of 1,000. Then it was 7.7%, which is much lesser than 27% of 51. What is meant by 22.5% per thousand population? If 1,000 population is available in any area, within span of 10 years, 225 people are taking birth. For 1,000, 225. For 2,000, for 10,000, 2,250. For 1 lakh, 22,000. For 1 crore, it becomes 22 lakh. And for 100 crore, it becomes 2 crore 25 lakh. That makes India is adding 1 Australia every year or every 10 years. Getting it? So birth rate has declined but slowly, and mortality rate has decreased very fast. And this is the basic and very, very important cause, because in common man's language, in common man's or layman's language, Indians are dying rarely, or Indians are not dying because India's population is increasing. This is what we can say. Why India's populations are increasing? Because number of people dying are less than number of people taking birth. Now, why there are so many children in poor countries? Number of children per couple in poor country. What is the reason? Investment goods rather than consumption goods. Children are investment goods. They are thinking of children to be taken for labor at free of cost, or even if they are working elsewhere, the income what they generate is helping their family to sustain. The expected return of the investment is given by child labor and financial support for parents in old age. When parents will be aged, it is assumed in our culture, in our tradition, that our children will take care of us. When it comes to developed countries, most of the parents after age 60, when they stop working, instead of depending on their children, they prefer to live in old age homes. And many developed countries are having free accommodation plus medical treatment for citizens of their country when they cross their age 60. I will give you one example here, which was heard by me when certain Indians who live in America for longer duration come back to India, and in many management events, they act as resource person, conduct seminar, workshop, conference. Now in America, students, you all are listening to me? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Sir, something important I am sharing with you. How we
Yes,
maintain our family. What is our love and bonding with our family? I mean to say mother, father, brother, sister, as a family, blood relative, and how Americans are living. Okay. After certain age, specifically going 18, 19, children start living separate from their parents. In American culture, when children attain age 18 or 19, in between that range, they start living separately. They earn their own money for their expenses, however rich their parents are. Now, by the time children attain their age 25, 30, 35, whether they are married or lately married, when father wants to meet his son, he will contact him by mail, by phone. They have advanced communication devices compared to us. And he will ask his son, my dear son, this Sunday between 11 to 12 a.m. in the morning, I would like to visit you. Now son will check his engagements. Son will see to it if he is available or he is having other prior appointments. And if he is having some prior appointment, he will say, reply to his father, sorry dad, I am not available this Sunday. If you want to meet me, please do have some other time. Now, if he is having time, he will be saying, yes, father, you can come between 11 to 12. Now, what happened? Father has taken appointment of his son. Now, both they meet at one particular point. Either it's son's residence, father's residence, or some other place, third place like restaurant. When they are meeting at a restaurant between 11 to 12, if father is yet to finish his communication, his work with his son, after 12 o'clock, son is quite often may say that, sorry father, your time is over now. And in vice versa also, if son keeps on talking about 12, father may say, as per our decided appointment, my time given to you was between 11 to 12. Sorry for that, I am leaving now. And he can leave that place. You heard this, what I was talking to you? Do we have such type of relations in our family?
No, sir.
We are looked down when we are not taking care of our parents. Once they become helpless and they depend on their basic needs for, they depend on basic needs on we people, son or daughters. And in Indian judicial system, it's a law mandatory to take care of old parents. Because of our culture and our entire society's structure, we are meant for, and we have to by law take care of our parents. So these all factors are included, and all the developing countries do have more children. Now migration also is one important factor which decides geographical distribution, cluster or higher density of population. Migration international, migration from low to middle and high income countries, like going from Bangladesh to Canada, Pakistan to America, or Nigeria to England. Employment based migration, intranational, rural to urban, people coming from UP, Bihar to Mumbai, semi-urban to urban, from places like Pune's rural area, people are coming to Pune city. Why migrate? Lure of big city. Lure means attractiveness. We assume that every good thing is there in the cities, and especially big cities. Job opportunities, lack of rural opportunities. When an educated person living in rural area is not getting paid based on his knowledge and skill, he prefer to shift from rural area to urban area. IT hubs like Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune are paying in lakhs to all software engineers. The same work, if they are doing in rural area, they won't be getting that much salary. So these all factors are having migration. International migration, highest percentage of international migrants are there in Qatar, 87%. All Middle East countries, Qatar, UAE, Kuwait, they have highest 3 migration rate. Students, can you give me any reason why must be Qatar, United Arab Emirates and Kuwait is having highest number of international migrants? People from the entire world are going to those countries and working there. You can give any idea what it must be?
Due to oil industry. Oil industry.
Yeah,
Oil
see, oil
industry.
industry plus construction also. They are changing their oil and gas exploration businesses into travels and tourism. Dubai is the most famous tourist destination for entire world, having its name listed in top 5 cities in the world. Now they want to wash out their image as a oil producing companies. They are having highest per capita income. Labor charges are the highest also. What work you can do 8 hours in India and get paid. When it comes to country like Qatar or Kuwait, you are getting 3 times more paid in those countries. And it's a tradition. Most of the South Indian countries, South Indian states like Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, they have their relatives and communities residing already in Qatar, UAE and Kuwait, and they help in accommodation and job opportunities search also. So they are getting moved to these countries. Even Oman, Saudi Arabia is also having 38% of migration. Now, other few countries like USA, Russia, Germany do have less percentage of migration. Population pyramid of developing and developed countries. When it comes to developing countries, their population between age group 0 to 29 is having the highest percentage. But when it comes to developed countries, their population between all age group is almost equal, males and females. So when it comes to earning population, which ages between 25 to 45, that should be having the highest percentage of entire population. India is said to be very potential market on account of this factor only, because our 70% population is earning population. It's considered as an asset, not as a liability. Our children are liability for we people. We have to earn for them. People above age 60, those who are physically weak and have completed their term, they are dependent on other earning family members. So population between 25 to 45 has to be the highest one. And that country is said to be having good index of population. So this is what is quite possible with India. At the moment, I will stop now. And next part we will take tomorrow. Okay, students?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Have a nice day.
Welcome.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.